Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajkumar Academy for Civil Services. Let us discuss today the Hindu newspaper. The first article is about Center tells states to do more COVID tests. Union Health Minister Manshukh Mandavia state that all state governments supposed to ramp up testing and also increase of RT-PCR test. The reason behind giving this instruction is about the spike up in the COVID cases. This particular chapter comes under your general studies too. The topic of issues arising out of design and the implementation of policies. So the average jump, if you take about the COVID cases from 571 to as of now, it's over 4,000 cases. So ministry directs all the states to step up vaccination and also identify the hotspots. So World Health Organization, even the ministry also said World Health Organization taking over one variant of interest XBB 1.5 and other six variants. So, what exactly the WHO is doing? Just observing what kind of variation it is happening. XBB 1.5 that was increased from 21.6 percentage in the month of February that spiked to 35.8 percentage in March. So however, no increase in the hospitalization and mortality has been reported. This is the exact statement given by our Union Health Minister. So 90 percentage coverage of the primary vaccination is already done and precaution doses coverage is very low. So the state should well prepared infrastructure and it has to do some kind of mock drills related to the COVID-19. So now, what are the challenges faced by India in terms of handling this particular issue? See, the challenges faced by India in terms of COVID-19, the first and major concern is large population. In India, we used to have large population. The reason is constantly the people are traveling and moving from one place to another place for the purpose of working. Particularly if you take the large metro cities such Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Chennai, the people are traveling from one place to another place for the purpose of work. The second important point that is poor public hygiene. See, as many people sneeze and spit openly on the road, that directly leads the poor public hygiene issue because you know that this particular COVID-19 spreads through the air. And unknown incubation period. See, COVID-19, which is popularly known as superseder. Superseder means infected person with a high infectivity who can infect hundreds in no time. So, unknown incubation period is also one of the greatest challenges that we are facing here. Then, rumors on social media. You know about lot of mislead. See, creating, for example, some particular place are getting more COVID cases means the people used to live in that particular place as used to get anxiety, fear, and unfortunately, people tend to rely on social media platform nowadays. So we have to be very careful while handling, giving the information regarding the COVID as well in the social media. So people should get a proper awareness and timely update from the government. So these are all the challenges faced by India in terms of handling the COVID. Even we do have the same problem. So now what are the steps taken by India in terms of handling this COVID? Even we learned some lessons from the earlier lockdown as well, earlier time period as well. So the steps taken by India to face this particular issue, three type of paces India, handled this issue. Containment pace, delay pace, and mitigation pace. In containment pace, detecting the cases and isolating and track the people who have been in contact with the infected person. So this is the first pace, containment pace. Detecting and isolating the cases and trace the people who have been in contact with the infected person. And delay pace. In this delay pace, maintaining the social distancing, maintaining the social distancing strategies, and also what are all the personal protection method that they can follow. And the last one is about the mitigation pace. Mitigation phase is the last phase, which means the providing optimal care for people who need hospitalization. So these are all the major initiatives taken by India and also speed up the vaccination and reduce the number of cases in India. That's what we handled so far. As in terms of spike in the cases, the state government supposed to take a proper, measures. That is the instruction given by the health ministry. So, next important topic that we directly go to the editorial page because I find one interesting topic named called Science for All. That particular topic comes under your Science and Technology, General Science Paper 3. Very interesting topic. Science for All. Lego India must contribute to communities it needs sustenance from. So, what exactly in the news? Cabinet Ministry approval to set up a gravitational wave detection facility in Maharashtra with the cost of 2,600 crore. That will consist of detector called the LIGO. LIGO. LIGO means Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory. So LIGO to be built, the image of twin LIGO instrument already operational in the United States of America. This is what the exact context. I want to give you some value added information regarding the same as well. See, LIGO, which demonstrates the Indian society relationship with the science. What relationship with the science? Already in the same relationship with the science, India come up with, contested such projects as well. Chalakere Science City. That is one of the important project that we can remember, which is by ISRO. Chalakere Science City. Okay, this ISRO Human Space Flight Center at Chalakere in Chitradurga district of Karnataka. This is one of the example that we can say building relationship with such projects in terms of science. And stalled Indian Neutrino Observatory. Stalled means the construction is not yet started. It was hold. Okay, stalled Indian Neutrino Observatory. This particular project is also touch with the relationship building in terms of science. See, particle physical mega project, studying of the neutrinos in a 1,200-meter deep cave, which was proposed to set up Theni district in Tamil Nadu. But it was opposed by the people and it was stalled. It's not yet started. Okay, so now coming back to the value added for your article, which is LIGO. As I told you, Lego Indian project, Lego India. This Lego India is the project which is called as Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory. This Lego India Observatory is scheduled for completion in the year of 2024. Built in Hingoli district of Maharashtra. Hingoli district of Maharashtra. So, the planned Advanced Gravitational Wave Observatory and operated gravitational wave detectors. As I mentioned earlier, two twin LIGO instrument already operational in the United States. If this LIGO India is going to be launched, means it is going to be a third one. Let us have a look of the two LIGO observatory which is operational in the United States of America. The first one was located in Hanford in the state of Washington, located in northwest United States of America. The second one is about Livingston in Louisiana in the northeast of United States of America. So what is this LEGO? See, it's an international collaboration between LEGO Lab and three lead institutions from India. Okay, the LEGO India project is the collaboration of the LEGO as well as three important institutions. The first institution is Indian Institution of Plasma Research, which is located in Gandhinagar. Then the second one is about Inter University for Astronomy and Astrophysics, which is located in Pune. Raja Raman Center for Advanced Technologies Indore. These three institutes joined hand with LEGO and the project LEGO India is like executing. Significantly improves the sky localization of these events. See, increased change of observation of this distant source using the electromagnetic telescopes, which will in turn gives us more precise measurement of how fast the universe is expanding. So this is the important of the LEGO project. Let us have a look of next article. That article is again related to the science and technology. Okay, common medical devices faces risk of malware attacks. In recent days, this issue arise in terms of leak of the medical data. Okay, common medical devices faces the risk malware attacks. This topic again comes under your General Studies 3, Science and Technology, the topic cyber security. So in news, common medical devices such oximeters, hearing aids, glucometers, pacemakers. All these devices can be turned into spyware and malware that leads leak of medical data of the patients. To protect the hospital databases, the industry experts from this particular area seeking urgent the center government to intervene to recognize this threat and immediately place measures to plug and possible drain. So the experts, industry experts are requesting to do the intervention from the government. So government should intervene and they should provide the security of these kind of devices in terms of not getting into spyware or malware. For this particular concept, we need to understand the term called data governance. In any country, this data governance is very important topic. Why data governance is important? Because it is like giving you the governments are supposed to take care of the data. So data governance means setting internal standards, data policies that apply to how data is gathered, stored, processed, and disposed of. Okay, it's a setting of internal standards, data policies that apply how data is gathered, stored, processed, and possible run. So it governs who can access what kind of data and what kind of data are under governance. So based on this particular data governance, in the Union Budget 2023, the government announced is going to be launched NGP, that is National Data Governance Policy. National NDGP, National Data Government Policy. To create Indian Data Management Office, IDMO, Indian Data Management Office, which operates under the Information Technology Ministry. This proposal even announced by Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance ministry, in 2023 budget announcement. What is this NDGP? This increase the availability of data that are national importance. So increase availability of data that are national importance, increase in terms of awareness and also availability of open, safe, and authenticate data, increase overall compliance, enhancing the participation of public, securing the data sharing on the internet, streamlining the privacy standards. So these are all the major objectives of which policy? National Data Governance Policy. The significance of this policy, the first step toward the digital government, because Government of India can increase decision making authority. So data privacy standards can be increased means data protection standards shall be achieved. So this particular article is completely stating about the data governance. Next important article of the day, let us have a look related to the genome sequencing. Database on 10,000 genomes to be ready for research access. If you look into the context in news, the Genome India project, the center-backed initiative to sequence around 10,000 Indian human genomes and create a database, is about two-thirds through said Rajesh Gokhale, Secretary of Department of Biotechnology. Remember, you need to understand we have sequenced close to around 7,000 genomes and 3,000 of these are ready, available for public access to researchers. Let us have a look what is this genome and what is this Genome India project. So genome, every organism genetic code is contained in its DNA, the building blocks of life. The discovery that DNA structured as double helix by James Watson and Francis Crick in the year of 1953. They were the one who discovered it. So they started the quest for understanding how genes dictate life, its traits, and what causes diseases. So based on all this genome information, the project was launched here in India, Genome India Project. Genome India Project. This Genome India Project, a collaboration of around 20 institutions, including the Indian Institute of Science and some IITs, will enable new efficiencies in medicine, agriculture, and life sciences. New efficiency in the medicine field, agriculture, and life sciences. So the aim to ultimately build a grid of Indian reference genome to fully understand the type of nature of diseases and traits that comprise the diverse Indian population. The mega project hopes to form a grid after collecting 10,000 samples in the first phase from across India to arrive at representative Indian genome. This is what the Genome Indian project. Based on that, 7,000 genomes data are ready. So let us have a look of other important topics that you can give some attention to read on your own. We'll start from the home page, then I'll let you know about what topic you can read. Ukrainian minister to visit Delhi next week for talks, likely to invite PM Modi to visit Kiev as well. See, in first such visit since the Russia-Ukraine war, which started last February 2022, the Union government now going to hold a talk with the Ukrainian minister. Just have a look of that particular article, read it once, then you come to know about what exactly they're talking about. Apart from that, the next important topic that you need to focus here is related to the after row over curd, uproar in Karnataka over Amul milk entry. So what exactly the scenario here is? Just give a read and ask question why it is happening. Since the Karnataka is going for election, there is a dispute between Nandini versus Amul means what is the condition, why it is happening. So just read it, then you will understand what exactly the article is about. Then next article related to the caste code. Allotment of a caste code for third gender in Bihar. That particular survey sparks the controversy. Just read this topic as well. And remember, last 2 days, the NCRT issue is like, there in the news. See, SGPC flags wrong details about Sikhs in NCRT book. Deletion in textbook guided by divisive motives, say historians. These two article they are talking about the deletion of some chapters and also some particular community is not portrayed properly in the history. And just have a look of it. House panel apprised of collusive threat from China and Pakistan. Because China has grown from having 250 to 350 in just over a decade. Last 10 years, from 250 warships to over 350 ships were built by them. So, what is this current scenario of India and how we can increase it? What kind of threat we can face in the future? Because China is the one who is supplying that security to Pakistan, and how India has to face this particular issue, we need to understand. By reading this article, you will be knowing what exactly the context is. Himachal considering legalizing cultivation of cannabis, says Chief Minister. Just to give a glance of this reading, you learn about the cannabis cultivation, how it is playing a key role in terms of generating revenue for the state. Mission to map rural India cultural assets cover over 1 lakh village. So it is like in interesting topic also. Just read it once. Map rural India's culture assets. Efforts on go to satellite radar, radio caller for recumbent before the translocation. I think 2 days before itself this article came. Just have a look of it. China sends warships jets towards Taiwan, slaps sanction on the United States entities. Read this article. This comes under international relations. And this article is about drug makers get more time to join track and trace system for exports. Okay, so the topics which we discussed in detail, you can have your own notes, and whatever the topic I mentioned here, that have a glance and read it once, then you will get to know about important topics of the day and related to the what general studies it comes under. See you on Monday. Thank you.